What's going on, everybody? I'm Guns for Hire and welcome to Game Flash News. I don't know what's going on with the launches of these next generation consoles, whether it's Xbox One or PlayStation 4, but the more and more I read about it, the more positioning and the removal and the backtracks and the, oh, we're not using DRM anymore, that was a big mistake, sorry about that, the use game things, all that sort of stuff there, the jostling, it's like they still haven't gotten it yet. We're talking next generation. Have they not learned anything in the current gen and how angry people get over certain things? It's like the executives are not in touch. They're letting way too many people in suits make decisions that they haven't even listened to any of us over time. Recently, the Xbox One announced that the adapter to plug into your wireless to your wireless Xbox controller for the Xbox One basically will not be out until 2014, sometime in 2014. So you're gonna be stuck with Microsoft, that flimsy thing over your head with the little one pad in there and one mic, despite how amazing this thing. Tell me that they couldn't have set something up. Tell me that they didn't already know that there was all of these amazing headsets. Like, I get that you wanna push your own products, but when your own products are crap, and I'm saying that because they are, maybe the average person is, you know, like, that's fine, like, whatever, I'm just the casual gamer. Like the casual gaming in Call of Duty or the upcoming Battlefield 4, those casual gamers that really don't care. They're like, oh, that's fine. Us hardcore gamers, we spend a lot of money on the Turtle Beaches, the Astros, the Tritons, or whatever the case may be. We put a lot of money into it. And they know that. But it's not. This isn't difficult. There's no way that Microsoft or Sony, because the Sony's doing the same stupid thing right now, where they're like, oh, well, we don't really know when it is. Yes, you do. You know exactly when it is. It's probably already pre-made. They already have the adapter. Don't tell me that they don't, but what it is they want to push their own crap on you for 6 months. They're not going to be able to hold off very long, because there's going to come to a point where, you know, once it's launched, third-party developers at that point there will be like, we don't need Microsoft to make an adapter, we'll make our own. Once they get a hold of that controller, and once they get a hold of the actual system and it's just widely available to everyone, it's over. That's why they're like, oh, it'll be sometimes in 2014. They've already got it ready. And the second that they see that third-party companies have already developed and started developing hardware that'll go in there to allow them to use their, you know, quality headsets, that's when Microsoft's like, oh, here it is. We finally got it ready. Here you go. Now you can buy our adapters, which of course will be more expensive than the third-party ones as well. By that time, it'll be too late. Maybe they'll try and get the edge. Maybe they'll be listening to make sure that they've got their, you know, finger on the pulse, so to speak. The whole thing is bollocks. It's crap. It's a company like Microsoft and Sony. Don't kid yourself. It's both companies that are shafting the consumer. They, you know, it's not just about the console. It's the accessories. And they've got everyone by the balls for the first 6 months or whatever. Once it's released this fall, they're going to be pushing. They're not going to release it. They're like, oh, well, we're looking. Same thing with Sony saying, oh, well, we'll have an update that will allow you to use Bluetooth sometime in the future. But for now, here's your Sony earbud. Don't give us your crap. That's as crappy as the stupid Xbox thing over your head. They're both garbage. They're horrible sound. There's ways around it. Obviously, like I said, with the optical, plugging that into the back of your like Astro headset or whatever. But doing that, the chat still goes through your Kinect. The only way to do it is the chat goes through your Kinect sensor. It's like it has to go through the Kinect. So just be aware of that. You can actually use like a headset to hear the game and everything in your third party using the optical, if you use optical, only if you use optical. And then in doing so, your chat still has to go through the Kinect sensor, like talking. You'll hear them in your headset, but the sound of the actual voice chat still goes through your headset through in-game, and then your voice is getting picked up by the Kinect. It's such a crap. Don't tell me that they're doing this on purpose. So don't think that it's like, oh, well, they just haven't had time. Of course they've had time. This isn't rocket science. We're talking about voice chat. How hard is it? It's already set up. They know, they've done it with the Xbox 360. You know, they make slight changes so that you have to do it, and they have a slight different configuration. But don't tell me that they don't have that ready. It's ready to go. They're just holding off. They're trying to push their own crap accessories, you know, that are increased in price, which they will sell because you've got no other choice. If you've got little Joey that's buying this thing and he's like, Dad, I can't chat with anyone. My Turtle Beach doesn't plug in. It's like, oh, well, we'll just get you the Microsoft thing. So you spend money on that, and then once it's available, you're spending even more money. It's kind of ridiculous. Both Microsoft and Sony are doing this to everyone. It's a bunch of malarkey. It's just them pushing their products. I get it, it's business, but it's such a crap move. Like, they're not ready, like, oh, well, we're looking into it, it's gonna be an update. I don't know, I know it's just business, but it just annoys me. It annoys me because I've got quality headsets. I like the Triton. I like my video games sounding good. You know what I mean? At the end, are you really making all your money from your accessories, from your headsets, Microsoft and Sony, are you? I mean, is that really what you're making? So why push that? Why force someone, you know, into buying your crappy stuff? Put out good games. That's where you're going to be making your money. Good services. Do all that stuff. You know, do your business there. Don't ram us on the sound, like, for the love of God. It's horrible. Anyway, I'm done with that. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Sony and Microsoft basically cramming their crap accessories on us for 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, however long it takes for third parties to go, no, we don't need you to make the adapter, we got this. Because they don't. Third parties will get a hold of that, they'll make something really, really fast. And I hope they do. I hope they actually beat Microsoft and Sony. Although these updates, though, with that Bluetooth with Sony, I'm a little bit more worried about. But that'll be for a different story some other time. Later.